Welcome to North Georgia News Now. Coming up today in local news, Georgia Northwestern Technical College has transferred an important program to its Whitfield Murray campus. And there are concerns about housing needs in Dalton. And the public will have the opportunity to voice their opinions in an upcoming meeting. The Dalton Education Foundation has announced several grants and award opportunities for Dalton Public School faculty and staff. We will learn more about these grants and awards as well as the upcoming deadline for applications. Several rezoning requests are scheduled to be discussed in a meeting taking place this evening. We'll hear more about this. Later, Susan Ridley will be here to give the week's community calendar. But first, here are your obituaries. Welcome back to your local news. Georgia Northwestern Technical College has transferred its emergency medical technical program to the Whitfield Murray campus located here in Dalton. The move is part of a partnership between GNTC, the Northwest Georgia College and Career Academy, and the Whitfield County Fire Department. GNTC originally began offering EMT classes in the fall of 2023 at its Catoosa County campus in Ringgold in an effort to serve both their dual enrollment students, which earn college credits and high school credit at the same time, and their traditional students. EMTs care for patients at the scene of an incident and provide transportation for patients by ambulance to hospitals. GNTC's emergency medical technical program provides students with knowledge of basic emergency medical care as well as transportation for patients that may be in critical condition. GNTC has hired a total of 7 new lab adjunct instructors, 2 of which are Whitfield County firefighters. The lab adjunct instructors will be able to assist with classes at 3 area GNTC campuses. GNTC offers both EMT and AEMT programs at each of their campuses. Students who successfully complete the EMT program will then be able to enter the AEMT certificate program, which include both the basic and limited advanced skills that focus on the care and transportation of critical patients. Once an AEMT program is completed, then students can advance into GNTC's new state of art paramedicine program, which was added to all 6 campuses just last year. Students and instructors alike are excited for the opportunities this new program offers to the community. Jennifer Loudermilk, Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs at GNTC, states that this allows students a multitude of career options and opportunity for professional growth. The public is invited to voice their concerns about housing in a meeting that will take place on Tuesday evening. The meeting comes as a result of several studies that have been conducted by Believe Greater Dalton, a Greater Dalton Chamber of Commerce-led effort that launched in 2018. The initiative focuses on how to help the Dalton community to grow, how to continue to grow and thrive by strategically targeting 6 main areas that will improve the community. These 6 areas include educational outcomes, housing, entrepreneurship, economic development, downtown development, and community pride. Believe Greater Dalton's Executive Director Allison Coker believes that Dalton could be at risk of losing some of its residents to other areas if the number of housing units being built doesn't increase. A 2018 study conducted by Believe Greater Dalton shows that 2 of every 3 housing units in Whitfield County are more than 40 years old. The study also found that most new housing is aimed at mid-range buyers with little workforce housing and little on the upper end. Residential housing construction permits have doubled since the 2018 study was conducted. But there is still more work to be done as Dalton is continuing to lose residents to Atlanta, Chattanooga, to Catoosa and Gordon counties. Public and local leaders will be able to hear more about Dalton's housing needs and have an opportunity to voice their concerns on the matter in a meeting slated for Tuesday, February 27th at 6 p.m. The meeting will take place at the Matt Gatson Community Center, located at 218 North Frederick Street in Dalton. The Dalton Education Foundation has announced nomination and application deadlines for its 2024 grants and awards opportunities. Several grants and awards are available through 4 different grant categories, which include the Tom Jones Grants for Excellence, named after the former Dalton Board of Education chairman who served for nearly 20 years. The grant focuses on ideas for next-level engagement and understanding for students. The Rowena Martin Innovative Teaching Grant provides the opportunity for unique ideas for instruction and engagement in the classroom. Martin was an elementary school teacher at Westwood, and the grant is sponsored by the family. Other grants include the Janice Meadows Grant for U.S. History, sponsored by the family of Meadows, who was a longtime teacher. The grant is designed for U.S. history class ideas and teachers who make history come alive for students. The Dalton Education Foundation's grant for instruction program allows teachers to submit grant idea applications within the 4 previously mentioned categories and typically provide up to $60,000 in grants for staff members. Another grant opportunity will be available in the coming weeks. The Charles E. Bowen Leadership and Service Grant is named after the former Dalton High School principal and school system superintendent and is awarded to student-led organizations that perform leadership and service activities throughout the school system. The deadline for submitting grant applications for 2024 and 2025 school year is Friday, March 1st at 4:30 p.m. The Dalton-Varnell-Whitfield Planning Commission will be meeting this evening to discuss some important rezoning requests. The meeting will take place in the Whitfield County Board of Commissioners meeting room of the county courthouse. The Planning Commission makes recommendations to the city councils of Dalton and Varnell and to the county commissioners regarding rezoning requests. There are 4 requests slated to be discussed tonight, including a request by Uriel Solis to rezone low-density single-family residential from general to commercial. This concerns a 0.23 acres of land located at 200 Quillian Road in Dalton. Analysis shows that the property contains a single-family detached dwelling that was built in 1950, predating the county adopting zoning. Rezoning is needed before the home can be remodeled. Another low-density related request comes from Brian Spence regarding a 1.97 acres on Cleo Way in Dalton. Spence seeks to build 2 duplexes on the property, which is currently underdeveloped. Other requests involve properties on Quinn Drive in Rocky Face and another property once again located on Cleo Way in Dalton. Tonight's meeting will take place at 6 p.m. and will be live streamed on both the county's Facebook page and YouTube channel. When we return, I'll share some state news, so stay tuned with us. Don't go away. Welcome back. And in state news, a new House bill is being backed by Republican leaders and could affect Georgia hospitals. House Bill 1339, sponsored by State Representative Butch Parrish, would roll back regulations to build new hospitals in counties with less than 50,000 people. It would also increase tax credits from $76 million to $100 million for taxpayers who make donations to rural area hospitals. The proposed bill could make way for hospitals in rural areas, as well as those providing psychiatric care, to open and expand more easily. Currently, in order to open a new hospital in Georgia, hospitals must demonstrate a significant need for care. The rules were created to help control the cost of government reimbursements for Medicare and Medicaid. Under the new bill, the current rules would be eliminated for rural hospitals as long as they meet certain criteria, such as providing instruction for medical residency students. This legislation is the first step in what is expected to be a lengthier process, but Parrish believes it is a move in the right direction, stating it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all fix and not a silver bullet, but it's moving in the right direction. We'll have more information about this proposed bill as it develops. A piece of legislation is moving through Georgia General Assembly, and it has some Georgia labor organizations in dismay. Labor organizers have described Senate Bill 362 as a solution in search of a problem. The bill is priority of Governor Brian Kemp and would eliminate the ability for businesses to receive state economic development incentives if they voluntarily recognize unions through a check of signed union cards rather than through a secret ballot election. Businesses would also be penalized if they share their workers' contact information with unions, even though doing so is currently federally protected. The bill would also prevent access to tax credits designed for mega projects. The bill has left some puzzled as to why it is happening. A spokesperson for Governor Brian Kemp says the legislation is about furthering our commitment to being a right-to-work state at a time when we are seeing big government and big labor threaten those commitments nationwide. If the bill becomes law, Georgia would follow other southern states such as South Carolina and Tennessee, which have enacted or supported similar legislation. Bill 362 passes the Senate, will head to a full House vote. We'll know more about the fate of this bill in the coming months. The Georgia Senate voted 31-23 to pass the bill. Now it will move to the House for a full vote. When we return, Susan Ridley will share WDNN's community calendar. But first, here's a look at your local weather.
Today's local weather is brought to you by Built Well Bake.
Welcome back. And next we have Susan Ridley, who's reading WDNN's community calendar.
The Creative Arts Guild will host a Student Arts Expo on Friday, March 1st from 5:30 to 7 p.m. March is Arts in Education Month at the Creative Arts Guild, and our annual Student Arts Expo is a big part of this celebration. Artwork by local public, private, and homeschool K-12 students will be on display in our gallery for the whole month. Pieces are submitted to the expo by schools and teachers. The event is free and open to the public. Light refreshments will be served. The Guild's next Thirsty Thursday, Sip and Create, will be with Paula Plott Gregg on Thursday, March 14th from 5:45 to 7:45 p.m. Each month, participants will complete different art projects from jewelry making to painting to creating seasonal decor and more. Supplies are included in the price of the class. Participants are welcome to bring their own adult beverages or purchase beverages through the Guild. Keep an eye on your social media and website for updates about the subject each month. Cost is $80 per workshop. Finally, the Creative Arts Guild will host a workshop titled Expressive Painting in Acrylics with Bradley Wilson on Friday, March 15th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. In this course, students will practice the methods of expressive acrylic painting while exploring a variety of subject matter and receiving instructor feedback on their work. This class is especially geared toward those with some acrylic painting experience. Sorry, it's not suitable for beginners. Approaching painting as play will be emphasized while focusing on solid technique and other important skills. Students will also be given monthly challenges for painting projects to work on at home and bring in for critique. Students will provide their own materials. Please see our registration portal for material suggestions. This is offered as one workshop per month You must register for each workshop you would like to attend. $40 per workshop. For more information, visit www.creativeartsguild.org, the Guild's Facebook page, or you may call 706-278-0168. The Dalton Brewing Company invites you to join their weekly running group on Thursdays, with the next one on February 29th at 6 p.m. through 9 p.m. There is no cost to join, and the event will start in front of the Dalton Brewing Company building located at 112 West King Street. For more information, visit the Run DBC Facebook page. The First Robotics Competition is hosting the Peachtree District Qualifier right here in Dalton, located at the Dalton Convention Center at 2211 Tony Engel Parkway. The competition will start on Thursday, March 7th and will continue until Saturday, March the 9th. The competition is free, open to the public, and lets teams around the Peachtree District test their engineering creations. To learn more, visit gafirst.org events. The 2024 Road to Nightfall Band Competition, presented by Soundcore, is officially open for registration. Located in Chattanooga at the Grand Falloon at 400 East Main Street, the competition will begin on March 13th and will continue until March 23rd. The competition is open to bands with a minimum of 3 performing band members, with at least 1 member playing a live musical instrument. All bands that register must live within 50 miles of the city of Chattanooga. Bands that advance each night in the competition win a $300 cash prize, and the overall winner will receive a 90-minute performance spot that pays $1,000 alongside a number of other prizes. To register or to find more information, go to www.soundcore.org/road-to-nightfall today. If you would like to submit information on your event for North Georgia News Now's community calendar, send an email to info@wdnntv.com. That's it for this edition of North Georgia News Now. Be sure to visit us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And as always, thanks for watching local. I'm Susan Ridley, and just remember what my grandma always said, doesn't cost a nickel to be kind.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to click that subscribe button as well as bell notifications so you won't miss any new videos. Also, follow us on our social medias.
Thank you again for tuning in, and until next time, keep watching local.